Hello everyone, this is Nathan Bryan, and this is update number 26 of the Darugosaurus. Today I have an extra special update for you, as I am beginning to get to the point where I am connecting the skin to the bones and the muscles to the skin. I wanted to make sure that everything is working properly. Today was a testing day, but I still have awesome stuff to show you. I have connected one of the earlier versions of the skin to the bones to make sure that it's working properly. And while it's still very rough because of the skinning, I'm noticing that all of the joints are working pretty close to exactly the way that I want them. I can come in here and I can actually test to make sure that the fingers on the wing joints are working the way they should. These jaggedy edges will disappear as I'm skinning him. While things are still a little rough, I can still kind of test to make sure that everything's working the way that it should. I have posed him out in a basic pose to show what it'll look like. And I can move things around and test and see. To see exactly how all of the little pieces are going to affect the model. I've noticed a couple of problems with the wings, which I will have to clear up before I do my final skinning. I'm also working on the hands. And I've noticed that one of the ideas I had with the corner of the mouth is not working quite yet, but there's still a couple of ways that I can, fudge it into place. I'm going to test a few of that out tomorrow, a few of those ideas out tomorrow before continuing on. As you can see, just with the small couple of movements, it's already beginning to look better in the corner there. As you've noticed, I've closed the jaw, and while yes, it's still a little rough like the rest of it, it is in fact working. I can test my nose out here. And while there are a couple of unusual transforms with the controllers on the nose, I can still test to see that my angry face nose wrinkles are going to be working properly. They'll be a bit smoother after I've added the muscles and the wrinkles for the deformation. If I wanted to add a bit more weight, all I have to do is move some controls around. But that wasn't all that I worked on today, he says mysteriously. So let me turn off the mesh, turn on the joints, and with the muscle binding comes these basic bone structure. This is just to give you an idea as to how the bones are going to fit on the model. I will be adding my own bone structure for things like the scapula and hips and the larger boniest structures. But I've also added this this muscle figure. I've only spent a short time with muscles, but I've become fairly comfortable with them, so I'm going to go ahead and use Maya's most recent version of the muscle system, which requires you to pick a starting joint, an ending joint, and then connecting them. I haven't quite connected up the muscle as far as each of these joints, but I have them set up so that all that I'll have to do is move things into place and connect them up. So that he'll have a general muscular structure. The muscle that I set up here is for that meaty skin flap underneath his jaw. This will allow for a little bit of jiggle whenever he moves, and a little bit of squash and stretch. So as I move the head around, you'll see squashing and stretching in that muscular structure, just to help add a little bit of that realism to it. This skin flap is partially controlled by the jaw, so when the jaw opens, it's also going to move and wiggle a little bit. So when I open the jaw, yeah, things are a little bit off, and I can see that, but you get the idea that, you know, as I open the jaw, that muscle, it reacts to the jaw as well. So basic ideas down, and now all I have to do is finish up the feet, fix the wings up, and a couple of other small fixes here and there, and I am ready to begin binding to the model. Nitesh is having some delays, but he has assured me that it is soon to be finished, so we are going to see some awesome things in the next week. And I hope that all of you are sitting on the edge of your seat, excited about what's happening. Some great things. I hope you all are enjoying this, and have a great day and happy rigging.